office tomorrow. Pix 11 is releasing new exclusive polling this morning.
Yeah, it shows that New Yorkers are actually generally happy with the job that he's doing, but also have some deep concerns over what else? The economy. Pix 11 political reporter Henry Rosoff with us now to break it all down for us on this. And, and not surprised by what New Yorkers are most concerned about. It wasn't rocket science on the issues that were mattering most to them, which he is now working on. It's the other numbers that are a little bit surprising.
Yeah, there's actually a disconnect right now between what New Yorkers think about the economy, which you mentioned, and the favorability of Mayor Mamdani. So let's dive into this. So this Friday will mark 100 days with Zohran Mamdani being mayor of New York City. It's been a fast and furious opening chapter for the new mayor. We had wild winter weather. There's a brewing budget battle. He's focused a lot on child care and housing. And increasingly, New Yorkers, they're nervous about the economy. Let's get into it with his overall approval numbers to get us going. So 43% of New Yorkers approve of the job that he's doing. 27% disapprove. That's how you get to the plus 16% net approval. About 30% of New Yorkers are on neutral. But diving deeper into the numbers themselves and on the specific issues, you can see we mentioned child care, we mentioned housing, including that universal child care announcement he had with the governor very early on. He's plus 33% with New Yorkers on that, plus 24% on housing. Public safety and policing, plus 13%. There was some concern with this for him during the campaign, but doing okay there. Here's where I want to focus for a minute. He's plus 3% on the city budget, so just barely above water. This has a lot to do with the debate over taxes. The mayor floated property taxes to fix a multi-billion-dollar budget deficit, but he says instead he really wants a millionaire's tax and a corporate tax increase. Let's page over and see what New Yorkers think of those proposals. 65%, the highest number of agreement anywhere in our poll, anywhere on any of the questions that we asked. They agree that raising taxes by 2% on millionaires would be a good idea. New Yorkers are a little less certain about the idea of a corporate tax. 44% do not believe companies would leave if there is a corporate tax increase, but 30% of New Yorkers certainly do believe companies could leave, and 27% are unsure, so New Yorkers less settled on his other major tax proposal. Why are they a little unsettled on taxing corporations? Well, the jobs and economy situation is stagnated in the city. 40% of New Yorkers we surveyed rate the economy as poor. 38% rate it as only fair. Only 16% say they're doing good. Only 3% say the city economy is excellent. So as much as the mayor has maybe focused on other things like child care and housing in his first few days, the next 100 days almost certainly bound to be about the economy, Dan and Kirsten.
Well, because this is the honeymoon phase, as we said earlier, right? But I think a big test on a lot of those issues that people are worried about are going to come out of the budget. And if he can get things done, not only within his own city budget, which he's negotiating with the city council, he has to get things done in Albany at the same time. If he can't, it's going to reflect in some of these things that people care about.
Yeah, the hard choices on the city budget begin, especially if he doesn't get his tax increase out of Albany. And the governor, you've asked her, I don't know how many times at this point, Dan, she's not backing down. No new taxes in this an election year for her. So that might leave the city with $5 billion worth of tough choices. It's hard to stay popular if you have to start slashing or raising property taxes at that point.
Well, and it's so interesting to look at these numbers here that only 3% of the people think that the economy is doing excellent. Those are the 3% that have a ton of money in their bank account. The other 96% are saying, nah.
And I can tell you, looking at the breakdown of these numbers, we interviewed, I kid you not, 12 literal millionaires in this survey, almost unanimously oppose his tax proposal.
Sure.
So we'll see.
The most. All right, Henry, I know you're speaking to the mayor in about 2 hours from now to get his thoughts on this. Stay tuned for Henry's reporting tonight, and on our social media. You can follow us on Pix and Politics, where we'll put some of your interview with the mayor later today.
Sounds great.
Good to have you here.